Hello everybody. Hello. Um I'm back. I'm just getting myself together here, so let's see. Give me a second. I'm getting myself situated, getting myself together. But I'm back, you guys. I'm back. I got to get my headphones together. Got to get me situated. A lot of things is going on right now. Let's see. Okay, I got that one connected. Um, Gotta make sure I'm connected on here so I can see me talking to you. You guys responding to me because I don't have everything set up on my screen right now. So let's see. I don't know if you guys seen this, but they have a new air conditioner out. Um, it's something about a portable something air conditioner, and I'm gonna see if I can pull it up for you guys. Um, it's a little bitty thing, smaller than your laptop. This is what it looks like, and it cost $89, and it's supposed to be able to cool off your room to it's either 60 or 65 degrees. It can cool off a whole entire room. So yeah, I'm that's something new. um okay, all right, I got everybody sending me emails. How about you on yet? You on yet? Yes, I am here. I am here, you guys. I have been so busy with with my business. My business has launched. I am working on trying to get a web page. I have a Facebook channel. I have my business cards going, and um, I'm trying to get other things going as well. So I'm going to try to keep you guys in the loop on everything that's going on. But I have t-shirts that will be coming, and they don't. I'm gonna have them say Auntie. You're gonna see the house on there, but it's gonna say Auntie B's Custom Creations. Those are my shirts, but I will have some that say Auntie B's house on it. So I'm gonna say my hellos to everybody. Hello, real entrepreneur. What's up, book? What's up, book? Hey, real entrepreneur, Sandra, Queen Drip Lady Blue. How you guys doing? I missed you guys. Damien, Shalom, Goldilocks. How you doing? I missed you guys so much. I missed you. Just don't know. I missed you guys so much. But like I was saying, I have had so much going on. Let me get this music off of here. I know you guys can hear me, but I'm gonna try to turn this music off. There we go. So I hope you guys hear me a whole lot better. You guys, I went out snooping today, looking for stuff, trying to see what I can find to get on a live feed for you guys, but the people wasn't doing nothing for me. They wasn't trying to show me no love, show me nothing where I can be nosy. But this is something that I did find for another project that I'm gonna do, and I will show you guys it when I get it finished. But look, you guys, I don't know. I'm gonna turn the light off. I don't know if you guys can see this, but they are purple rope lights, mini rope lights. Let me see. Let me switch the light off so you guys could probably see it now. They're lit. It's purple. Can't see it, but there it goes. It's purple. I love that. Let me see. You can just see white, but trust me, it is really, really purple. It's battery operated, you guys. So, Yeah, I'm going to be putting that on something, but I'm going to show you what it is that I'm doing. Yeah, I did walk away from you guys for a second. This is something that I just made. If you guys go to a department store, you will see it in a high-end store, and they start off at $175 on up to $750. So I figured out a way to make my version of this picture, and this is the picture, you guys. All right, this is my version of the picture. It is a 3D picture. Let me see. Let me turn the lights off so you can see it. All right, I gotta switch the power on. There it goes. The picture lights up. You can see it from the side. The picture does light up. All the flowers light up. And that is what I made. Now I'm going to show you a picture of the actual one that I based my picture off of. I'm going to show you. Yeah, I'm hanging in there. We all hanging in there together, y'all. Alright, I'm getting ready to show you the picture. Let's see where I can get to it. Let me take this down. And this is crazy, you guys, because like I said, these pictures range. This is their version. Let's see. There it goes. This is their version, which is this is a $250 picture. That's their version. Let me see if I can darken this some for you a little bit here. So that you can see it clearer. There we go. All right. You guys could probably, I don't know if you can see that any clearer, but that's with the lights on. Let me see. I guess. And this is, oh, this is so horrible. I'm trying to get it up close so you guys can see it. Oh, there you go. Can you see it? This is what it looks like. Just the exact same picture I made. That's what it looks like in black and white. Let me see if I can pull this up a little better. Here you go. That's in the black and white. But my flowers have color. I don't like the black and white. I like the stuff in color. Okay, let me see if I can get this one to show any better for you. Alright. I guess you can see it if I kind of tilt it in certain angles. You can see the flowers. But that's how theirs is. Now I gotta try to lighten my screen back up. This is crazy. This phone got me like I'm illiterate and crazy, y'all. Okay, there we go. Alright. But that is that picture. And I made my own version of it. Thank you, book. So, you guys, my phone line is open. Anybody can call in. Gosh, I don't even know where to start. But today I will not be doing the numbers because it's kind of a rush thing for me to get in here and get to talking to you guys. I was supposed to have been on at 6 o'clock, but I'm just getting back home. I had to take my brother to the store so he can buy a couple of things. The situation with my brother is he lives in a apartment building. My brother is 65 or 66 years old. He has COPD, so his lungs are really bad. They had to move them out of the building that they're living in because they're under construction, they're putting new balconies on their building, because their buildings, the balcony was starting to dip like that, and they didn't want to face a lawsuit, so they put them all in the motel that's here in this town, and they're staying there. And he had to move all of his clothing and his food out of there over to the motel with him. And the movers, he's moving to a bigger apartment once they're done, so we had to pack up, and some people are moving stuff down, but he's got to move out of where he is. So now things have been going on here. It has been chaotic here in Minnesota, you guys. Minnesota has now turned into the new murder capital. Excuse me, I gotta take a sip on this one. It's just plain Coca-Cola. This is the orange vanilla Coca-Cola. So you guys get a chance to try it. Try it. It's good. But like I was saying, Minnesota, since this pandemic has started and since George Floyd's death, there has been a murder, and I kid you not, it has been a murder just about every day since then. Children has been shot, mothers has been shot, grandmothers, fathers, babies. You guys know part of my hiatus where I took off is because of my sister's daughter getting killed. And my sister's daughter, her name is Lanisha, but we call her Nene. My niece had just turned 5 months pregnant, and they had to do an emergency C-section to save the baby because my niece was already dead. She was shot in the back, so she was already dead. It went through. Her boyfriend is the one who shot her and killed her. He shot her because he was saying if he couldn't have her, he wasn't going to let anybody else have her, and she was carrying his baby. He had no regards for her or that baby. So he fled to Illinois. Someone turned him in, and so he is behind bars. But I do have a picture, you guys. The baby's name, they did name her. They named her after my niece. My niece's name is Lanisha, but we're calling the baby Lil Nene. Really have a pamper on. That's a doll pamper. That's not even a preemie pamper. She fits in the palm of your hand. She's that tiny. She looks big because of the way that they have her. This is a half of an incubator. So, she's tiny. She's very tiny. They're only letting certain people in there, which is the grandmother, the grandfather, which is my niece's, Lanisha's dad, and her mom. She goes in, my sister goes in videos. She can go in with the camera, but she has to stand back some and zoom in, or somebody else can stand at the door and zoom in and show the video of the baby. They were able to get this picture here to show, but she is not out of the woods yet. She was not fully developed. Her lungs, her stomach, just everything was not fully developed. So it's still a long road for, I can't even say recovery, a long road of growth for her. So please, you guys, keep the baby in your prayers. Her name is Lanisha Helen Columbus. I'm not sure if she has the grandmother's last name. So we'll just go with Lanisha Helen Hester. Hester is the last name. So this is my great niece, you know. Alright, we're going to take this one off of here because I don't want to keep showing that too much because it makes me sad. Um, uh, yeah, so, yeah, so the nurses that are in the NICU, I commend those nurses. I give them the utmost respect and love and just prayers on top of prayers, because the things they see, the things they go through with those children is unbelievable, and they do a phenomenal job. They are a special type of people. Any nurse is a special type of person, but for the ones that deal with preemie babies like this, there's a special place in my heart for you. Okay, I have some things that I wanted to show you guys and share with you. I've been stockpiling stuff along the way. Oh my God, I missed you guys so much, you just don't understand. But I've been stockpiling stuff, and when I say I've been stockpiling stuff, believe me. Oh, I got you guys a awesome garlic shrimp shish kebab, or barbecue shrimp skewer. I'm going to share with you guys. I want you guys to try this. I tried it and I almost ate myself sick. But for the people that don't eat shrimp, you can try this with fish. They have a little basket that you put on the grill with your fish. You can even use some aluminum foil. Just use a toothpick and poke holes in the foil, make a pouch with it, put it on the grill. But the key is you have to marinate this fish in this garlic marinade and put it on the grill. But it tastes, oh my God, unbelievable. Your mouth will be going your mouth will be talking a whole nother language, I'm telling you. Let's see, you guys, when I tell you guys that I have my let me see, I had them to do my business cards. I'm trying to see if I can show you what it looks like. Nope, it won't. It's trying to make me do all of this weird stuff. I don't want to do all of that weird stuff. It just won't let me do it. Okay, it did. This is what the picture that's on my business card. And it's telling me to edit it. I'm not going to edit it. I can't show you the back of it. Won't let me show you the back. But I got my little thing to go on my desk. I got my thing to go on my wallet. I'm doing it big time. I think I'm big time now. Don't judge me. I'm just having fun. But I missed y'all. Okay. This is so fun. It's not funny, but it's funny to me. You guys, when everybody, they had put this out there for this SBA grant for people that had a business to, or if you were self-employed, go apply for this grant and get $10,000. So people were going and applying for this money because you don't have to pay this money back. They were applying and asking for the $10,000. They don't have a business, don't have a pot to piss in, the one to throw it out of, or the ground to catch it on. But they went and applied for these grants, got the money, and the feds got them. This is what I want to show you on that. This is an actual letter what it says, it says from the important message, tax garnishment from the IRS. Dear, they blacked out a lot of stuff on it, and they blacked out the date. But this is the letter that was actually sent to someone that I know. They said, Dear so-and-so, we denied your tax return due to fraud activity on 6/29/20. There was an open business loan attempt under Social Security number, and they blocked out their number. And it says, due to this, your Social Security will be banned for filing for 3 consecutive years with the Internal Revenue Service and may be prosecuted. Fraud convictions could face up to 10 years in federal prison if found guilty. You are undergoing an investigation. We will contact you if we need further assistance with this case. So, they laughed first, but I have the final laugh, because they laughed in my face, because I have a business. I actually have 3 businesses. They said that I can consider my YouTube page a business, my Aunty B's Custom Creations, and I also have a company called Organo Gold Coffee. I don't spill my businesses to you guys because that's not what I'm here for. This is something that's good for you, but I don't spill. If you ask me about it, I will tell you. Just like my Aunty B's, you guys have been with me since I started this business, restarted it, but I don't even push this one off on you guys either. If you order something, you do. If you don't, you don't, because I'm going to flourish regardless. But yeah, they laughed at me and laughed in my face. Oh, girl, I got this money. I got my money, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And okay, well, what part of the money are you spending on your business? You have a business. Where's your business? Where's your IEP number? Where is your tax ID? Where is something saying that you have a business? Oh, girl, I ain't got to have all of that. They just know I started a business. I got 10 people. I said, well, where your 10 people at? Girl, I ain't got no. I'm okay. Just wait. And I laughed then. Just wait, because it's coming back. Sure enough, this is the letter they got. Okay, now I'm going to take you back to, what am I taking you back to? Oh, I got so much stuff I can tell y'all about. I just don't know. Now, this one, this is speculation and pure hearsay, and this is what somebody else is saying. I don't know this to be a fact, but I thought this was funny. It was said that Meg Thee Stallion and what's that boy she dating, that he shot her in the foot because she was wearing his behind out. She was giving it to him, giving him the business, and he couldn't handle her. That woman is over 6 feet tall. I think she like 6'1", 6'2", and that boy is about my height, and she was putting them paws on him, and he couldn't take it, so he pulled out the gun and shot her in the foot. They saying that girl might be a man or something, but y'all ain't hear from me. Hey, that's just what was speculation. So don't say I said it. I didn't say it. I'm just saying what I heard. And this is, I got off of YouTube. Okay. Now, I was telling you about my niece that got shot. Okay. Now, I was telling you that they caught the guy. It says Minneapolis man charged with killing pregnant woman. And they said it was a search warrant. His name was Zachary Robinson, and he is 27 years old. but they have him. He was caught. This is the guy who shot and killed. Oh, where'd it go? He went somewhere. Okay. All right. Well, come on back here. I don't know what this is doing. This is doing some weird stuff. My phone has been acting weird for the last couple of days. All right. But this is the guy who shot and killed my niece and who tried to kill his own child. Zachary Robinson, 27. Okay. Now, we got that one out of the way. Let's see. If any of you guys have old VCR tapes, check through your VCR tapes. They have VHS tapes that are now worth a fortune. And I'm getting ready to show you some of what they are. Lord have mercy, they done took the thing out of here. They ain't giving me the name. But if you have the old Fantasia with the Mickey Mouse, the original Beauty and the Beast and stuff like that, those are worth money. They're looking for those. Let's see. They are also, let me see what this one is. I got so much I saved up for you guys to talk to you guys about. Now I'm just having to go through it to see what I have to show you, because it won't let me download it from Facebook, upload it to YouTube, so I'm able to do it this way. Also, I'm going to try to look up an email address for you so you guys can go in and see if any of these things pertain to you. They are having class action lawsuits. So far, I've had 3 to come through, and I have received my check. So I'm going to get you that information so you guys come, once you go out of here, come back in. After you watch this, get this information, write it down, Google it, or go into the, I'm going to give you the website, go there, fill out what you need, and they'll give you what you got to do to fill out to get you a check. Okay, this is something about Stansberry, and his name is Dr. Ron Paul. He is telling the reason why, wait a minute, the reason why they're scaring people with the coronavirus. Let me see if it'll let me. Said most Americans will be blindsided by what's about to happen, but not those who learn the critical steps necessary to protect yourself and your family from what's coming next. So I think this is something worth listening to, you guys, so that you can protect yourself and know some precautionary measures. It's more to it than what he's saying, because there's more of people of color, or even if you are white people and you have really good friends that are of color, or you are married to someone of color, you're very well targeted too. So you're not exempt. So you guys, please listen to this. I'm trying to get it bigger for you. Why it won't let me do it?
Hi, I'm Ron Paul. You might recognize me as the congressman who spent 22 years defending American liberty. Or maybe you've read my best-selling book, End the Fed. But my first passion was actually medicine. In fact, I've been a medical doctor for nearly 60 years. So I view the coronavirus pandemic through a different lens than most politicians, and certainly different than the experts you see on TV right now, which is why I'm reaching out to you today through this video. There's an important message I worry is lost on those who are listening to the media's hysterics. What I'm about to share might sound controversial, but I'm not trying to scare anyone. I've always tried to be a voice of sanity and reason, even in turbulent times. But my beliefs often run counter to the mainstream narrative.
Okay, they don't want me showing it, you guys. It's buffering. Just hold on. I'm going to get it to come out to you. Okay.
I simply want to let you know what's really happening and show you something you and your family can do today to protect yourselves from what's really lurking.
See, when you know you got something good, this is what they do to you. They try to stop you from getting that information out. Oh my God, it's buffering.
Around the corner. Because no matter how you look at it, the government is going to use this crisis to gain even more power and control of our lives.
Just bear with me, you guys, on this. It's out of my control with it doing this. I may have to stop and come back to it.
See, right now, we're hearing it all. Everything from, the coronavirus is just like the flu, to an estimate that more than 100...
All right, you guys, this is crazy. They're trying to stop me from sharing this with you because it keeps buffering.
Million Americans will be infected. At this point, it's unclear just how the coronavirus will ultimately shake out. Either way, one thing is...
Wow, this is crazy. All right.
Certain this pandemic is being used by those who want to profit politically from the panic. I realize this might seem shocking given everything.
You know what? This is not going to play. I'm going to try to see if I can get somebody else to send it to me so I can download and give it to you that way. Just don't let me forget it, you guys. This is crazy. If you guys see my office is normally so neat and clean, uncluttered. Let me see if I can turn my laptop around. This is, see that, you guys? Boxes on top of boxes. Yep, I sell chips, I sell juice, I sell water, I sell Snapple tea. And there's more stuff over there that I take out of here and take to the flea market and sell on Wednesdays and on Saturdays. So I have a lot of stuff I have to haul, and I still have tables. I have a 7 foot? I believe I have a 7 foot table. I have a big round table. And then I have another table that I have my chips and stuff set up on. They tried to block me out so that I couldn't make no money. But the thing is when you tell me that I can't and it can't be done, I'm going to show you that I can, and I have, and I've done it. So I don't care what they say. I'm stubborn when it comes to making money. You tell me I can't do it, I'm going to tell you that I can. So I've been out there right along with them.
Imagine a world where nothing is random and major events that happen.
Stop. Okay, this is something else I want you guys to see. This is a 1967 recording, and it is describing everything that is happening here today.
Imagine a world where nothing is random, and major events that happen worldwide were written down hundreds of years ago. What you're about to hear was recorded in 1967, and it perfectly describes the world we live in today.
What was the secret?
The all-seeing eye. Symbols of the guardians of the treasure.
Recorded by Myron C. Fagan, a famous Hollywood writer who rose through the ranks of the Hollywood elite, uncovering some nasty secrets along the way. He made it his life's work to expose the darkness that he personally saw with his own two eyes. This recording is a culmination of his life's work, and through a historical lens, he reveals what's been hiding in the shadows for hundreds of years. What you're about to hear is not conspiracy theory. Rather, it's documented historical fact that holds up to the most rigid scrutiny. And without further ado, I bring you the Illuminati and the Council on Foreign Relations.
The question of how and why the Illuminati is the crux of the great conspiracy to destroy the sovereignty of the United States and the enslavement of the American people within a UN one-world dictatorship is a complete and unknown mystery to the vast majority of the American people. The reason for this unawareness of the frightening danger to our country and to the entire free world is simple. The masterminds behind this great conspiracy have absolute control of all of our mass communications media, especially television, the radio, the press, and Hollywood.
Okay, wait a minute. You guys, if you guys can see this okay, if you want me to make this bigger, put a 1 in the chat for me. I will make it bigger for you guys to see it clearer or bigger. So put a 1 in the chat if you guys want it to be, want me to make it bigger for you guys to see it. Okay, I'll make it bigger. Just 1 second. Let me see how to do this, because I have to restructure my picture here. I don't know if it'll let me do it. My picture, nope, it won't let me do it, you guys. So this is how it's gonna have to be. Sorry. All right, let me.
Being paid, have any people being paid by the CIA who are contributing to a major circulation American journal?
We do have people who submit pieces to two American journals.
Do you have any people paid by the CIA who are working for television networks?
This, I think, gets into the kind of getting into the details, Mr. Chairman, that I'd like to get into in executive session.
Do you have any people being paid by the CIA who are contributing to the national news services, AP and UPI?
Well, again, I think we're getting into the kind of detail, Mr. Chairman, that I'd prefer to handle in executive session.
We all know that our State Department, the Pentagon, and the White House have brazenly proclaimed that they have the right and the power to manage the news, to tell us not the truth, but what they want us to believe. They have seized that power on orders from their masters of the great conspiracy. And the objective is to brainwash the people into accepting the phony peace bait to transform the United States into an enslaved unit of the United Nations.
Wait a minute, I'm going to get rid of this, see if I can get rid of that at the bottom. I don't know what the heck that is. Okay.
Government. Let me clarify the meaning of the expression, he is a liberal. The enemy meaning the one world conspirators, have seized upon that word liberal as a cover-up for their activities. It sounds so innocent and so humanitarian to be liberal. This satanic plot was launched back in the 1760s when it first came into existence under the name of the Illuminati. This Illuminati was organized by one Adam Weishaupt, born a Jew, who was converted to Catholicism and became a Catholic priest. And then, at the behest of the then newly organized House of Rothschild, defected and organized the Illuminati. Naturally, the Rothschilds financed that operation. And every war since then, beginning with the French Revolution, has been promoted by the Illuminati, operating under various names and guises. I say under various names and guises because after the Illuminati was exposed and became too notorious, Weishaupt and his co-conspirators began to operate under various other names. In the United States, immediately after World War I, they set up what they called the Council on Foreign Relations, commonly referred to as the CFR. And this CFR is actually the Illuminati in the United States. Perhaps the most vital directive in Weishaupt's plan was to obtain absolute control of the press, at that time the only mass communications media, to distribute information to the public, so that all news and information could be slanted, so that the masses could be convinced that a one-world government is the only solution to our many and varied problems. Now do you know who owns and controls our mass communications media? I'll tell you, practically all the movie lots in Hollywood is owned by the Lehmans, Kuhn Loeb and Company, Goldman Sachs, and other internationalist bankers. All the national radio and TV channels in the nation are owned and controlled by those same internationalist bankers. The same is true of every chain of metropolitan newspapers and magazines, also of the press wire services, such as Associated Press, United Press International, etc. The supposed heads of all those media are merely the fronts for the internationalist bankers, who in turn compose the hierarchy of the CFR, today's Illuminati in America. Now can you understand why the Pentagon's press agent Sylvester so brazenly proclaimed that the government has the right to lie to the people? What he really meant was that our CFR-controlled government had the power to lie to and be believed by the brainwashed American people. And let's again go back to the first days of the Illuminati. In 1785, the Bavarian government outlawed the Illuminati and closed the lodges of the Grand Orient. In 1786, they published all the details of the conspiracy. The English title of that publication is The Original Writings of the Order and Sect of the Illuminati. Copies of the entire conspiracy were sent to all the heads of church and state in Europe. But the power of the Illuminati, which was actually the power of the Rothschilds, was so great that this warning was ignored. Nevertheless, Illuminati became a dirty word, and it went underground. At the same time, Weishaupt ordered Illuminists to infiltrate into the lodges of Blue Masonry and form their own secret societies within all secret societies. Only Masons who proved themselves internationalists and those whose conduct proved they had defected from God were initiated into the Illuminati. Thenceforth, the conspirators donned the cloak of philanthropy and humanitarianism to conceal their revolutionary and subversive activities, and that all that secrecy emphasizes the power of the masterminds of the Illuminati, to
Wow.
prevent such terrible events of history from being taught in our schools. In 1834, the Italian revolutionary leader Giuseppe Mazzini was selected by the Illuminati to direct their revolutionary program throughout the world. He served in that capacity until he died in 1872. But some years before he died, Mazzini had enticed an American general named Albert Pike into the Illuminati. Pike was fascinated by the idea of a one-world government.
Okay.
And ultimately, he became the head of this Luciferian conspiracy.
I don't know if you guys remember, just not too long ago, wait a minute, that's my mother-in-law. Not too long ago, they just had a statue.
Between a conspiracy.
Wait a minute. Okay. They just had a statue down in Atlanta, I believe it was, of Albert Pike. If not Atlanta, North Carolina. It was one of those southern states that they had a statue of Pike erected, and they tore it down, and that was going to cause a big uproar with the people in the southern states, as well as they were supposed to merge into the northern states. But that's not what happened. The coronavirus got worse. If you guys pay attention, at that time is when around that time when George Floyd died, the coronavirus had kind of went down then. And once he died, all the riots and the marching protesters, the tearing down of the statues, all of a sudden coronavirus is skyrocketing. Think about it, you guys. This is telling you it.
Between 1859 and 1871, he, Pike, worked out a military blueprint for 3 world wars and various revolutions throughout the world, which he considered would forward the conspiracy to its final stage in the 20th century. Again, I remind that these conspirators were never concerned with immediate success. They always operated on a long-range view. Pike did most of his work in his home in Little Rock, Arkansas. But a few years later, when the Illuminati's lodges of the Grand Orient became suspect and repudiated because of Mazzini's revolutionary activities in Europe, Pike organized what he called the New and Reformed Palladian Rite. He set up 3 Supreme Councils, one in Charleston, South Carolina, one in Rome, Italy, and the 3rd in Berlin, Germany. He had Mazzini establish 23 subordinate councils in strategic locations throughout the world. These have been the secret headquarters of the world revolutionary movement ever since. Long before Marconi invented radio, the scientists in the Illuminati had found the means for Pike and the heads of his councils to communicate secretly. It was the discovery of that secret that enabled intelligence officers to understand how apparently unrelated incidents, one such as the assassination of an Austrian prince at Sarajevo, took place simultaneously throughout the world, which developed into a war or a revolution. Pike's plan was as simple as it has proved effective. It called for communism, Nazism, political Zionism, and other international movements be organized and used to foment 3 global world wars and at least 2 major revolutions. The First World War was to be fought so as to enable the Illuminati to destroy Tsarism in Russia, as vowed by Rothschild after the Tsar had torpedoed his scheme at the Congress in Vienna, and to transform Russia into a stronghold of atheistic communism. The differences stirred up by agents of the Illuminati between the British and German empires were to be used to foment this war. After the war would be ended, communism was to be built up and used to destroy other governments and weaken religions. World War II, when and if necessary, was to be fomented by using the controversies between fascists and political Zionists. During this World War II, international communism was to be built up until it equaled in strength that of united Christendom. When it reached that point, it was to be contained and kept in check until required for the final social cataclysm. As we know now, Roosevelt, Churchill, and Stalin put that exact policy into effect, and Truman, Eisenhower, Kennedy, and Johnson continued that same exact policy. World War III is to be fomented by using the so-called controversies, the agents of the Illuminati, operating under whatever new name, are now stirring up between the political Zionists and the leaders of the Muslim world. That war is to be directed in such a manner that all of Islam and political Zionism, Israel, will destroy each other, while at the same time the remaining nations, once more divided on this issue, will be forced to fight themselves into a state of complete exhaustion, physically, mentally, spiritually, and economically. Now, can any thinking person doubt that the intrigue now going on in the Near, Middle, and Far East is designed to accomplish that satanic objective? Pike himself foretold all this in a statement he made to Mazzini on August 15, 1871. Pike stated that after World War III is ended, those who will inspire to undisputed world domination will provoke the greatest social cataclysm the world has ever known. Quoting his own words, taken from the letter he wrote to Mazzini, and which letter is now catalogued in the British Museum in London, England, he said, "We shall unleash the nihilists and the atheists, and we shall provoke a great social cataclysm which in all its horror will show clearly to all nations the effect of absolute atheism, the origin of savagery and of most bloody turmoil. Then everywhere the people forced to defend themselves against the world minority of revolutionaries will exterminate those destroyers of civilization, and the multitudes disillusioned with Christianity, whose deistic spirits will be from that moment on without direction and leadership, and anxious for an ideal but without knowledge where to send its adoration, will receive the true light through the universal manifestation of the pure doctrine of Lucifer, brought finally out into public view, a manifestation which will result from a general reactionary movement which will follow the destruction of Christianity and atheism, both conquered and exterminated at the same time." When Mazzini died in 1872, Pike made another Italian revolutionary leader named Adrian Lemmi his successor. Lemmi, in turn, was succeeded by Lenin and Trotsky, then by Stalin. The revolutionary activities of all those men were financed by British, French, German, and American international bankers, all of them dominated by the House of Rothschild. We are supposed to believe that the international bankers of today, like the money changers of Christ's day, are only the tools or agents of the great conspiracy, but actually they are the masterminds behind all of it. While the general public has been brainwashed by all the mass communications media into believing that communism is a movement of the so-called workers, the actual fact is that both British and American intelligence officers have authentic documentary evidence that international liberals operating through their international banking houses, particularly the House of Rothschild, have financed both sides in every war and revolution since 1776. Those who today comprise the conspiracy, the CFR in the United States, direct our governments, whom they hold in usury through such methods as the Federal Reserve System in America, to fight wars such as Vietnam, created by the United Nations so as to further Pike's Illuminati plans to bring the world to that stage of the conspiracy when atheistic communism and the whole of Christianity can be forced into an all-out Third World War within each remaining nation as well as on an international scale.
And you see
now
the biggest one on there, Trump.
Our federal government and the American
and
people have been sucked into the one world takeover plot of the Illuminati Great Conspiracy. And always bear in mind that the United Nations was created to become the housing for that one world so-called liberal conspiracy. The real foundations of the plot for the takeover of the United States were laid during the period of our Civil War. Not that Weishaupt and the earlier masterminds had ever overlooked the New World. Weishaupt had his agents planted over here as far back as the Revolutionary War. But George Washington was more than a match for them. It was during the Civil War that the conspirators launched their first concrete efforts. We know that Judah Benjamin, chief advisor of Jefferson Davis, was a Rothschild agent. We also know that there were Rothschild agents planted in Abraham Lincoln's cabinet who tried to sell him into a financial dealing with the House of Rothschild.
Look at that.
But old Abe saw through the scheme and bluntly rejected it, thereby incurring the undying enmity of the Rothschilds. Investigation of the assassination of Lincoln revealed that the assassin, Booth, was a member of a secret conspiratorial group. Because there were a number of highly important government officials involved, the name of the group was never revealed, and it became a mystery, exactly as the assassination of Jack Kennedy still is a mystery.
Look at
anyway, the ending of the Civil War destroyed, temporarily, all chances of the House of Rothschild to get a clutch on our money system, such as they had acquired in Britain and other nations in Europe. I say temporarily because the Rothschilds and the masterminds of the conspiracy never quit. So they had to start from scratch, but they lost no time in getting started. Shortly after the Civil War, a young immigrant who called himself Jacob H. Schiff arrived in New York. Jacob was a young man with a mission for the House of Rothschild. Jacob was the son of a rabbi, born in one of Rothschild's houses in Frankfurt, Germany. I won't go deeply into his background. The important point is that Rothschild recognized in him not only a potential money wizard, but more important, he also saw the latent Machiavellian qualities in Jacob that could, as it did, make him an invaluable functionary in the great one-world conspiracy. After a comparatively brief training period in the Rothschilds' London bank, Jacob left for America with instructions to buy into a banking house, which was to be the springboard to acquire control of the money system of the United States.
All right.
Actually,
you guys, I don't know if you just paid attention to that. The name that he just said, Machiavellian. What did Tupac call himself? Machiavelli. And it has been rumored that Tupac was supposed to have fell into something with somebody to be in the Illuminati, and that's why they were saying that he was not dead, actually really dead, but he was hidden. And there's music still out there being made with Tupac's name on it. There's many people saying there's sightings of Tupac. Now, don't take it personal. Take me wrong. I'm not saying he's alive, but people are saying there's sightings of him over in Cuba. Now, what better place to hide where they will not go over there and extradite him back for anything? The Americans Any other country will not go over to Cuba, because Cuba do not play that. Once you're there in Cuba, you're there. They don't turn over anybody. They will fight you tooth and nail. And that is one of the reasons why they were saying that Tupac might be alive and well and in Cuba. Because look at the name, the Machiavelli name. A lot of mystery around that name. But I'm going to let you guys keep on listening.
Jacob came here to carry out 4 specific assignments. Number 1, and most important, was to acquire control of America's money system. Number 2, find desirable men who, for a price, would be willing to serve as stooges for the great conspiracy and promote them into high places in our federal government, our Congress, in the U.S. Supreme Court, and all federal agencies. Number 3, create minority group strife throughout the nation, particularly between whites and blacks. Number 4, create a movement to destroy religion in the United States, but Christianity to be the chief target. The headquarters of the great conspiracy in the late 1700s was in Frankfurt, Germany, where the House of Rothschild had been established by Mayer Anschelm, who adopted the Rothschild name and linked together other international financiers who had literally sold their souls to the devil. After the Bavarian government's exposure in 1786, the conspirators moved their headquarters to Switzerland, then to London. Since World War II, after Jacob Schiff, the Rothschild's boy in America, died, the headquarters of the American branch has been in the Harold Pratt Building, New York, and the Rockefellers, originally protégés of Schiff, have taken over the manipulation of finances in America for the Illuminati. In the final phases of the conspiracy, the one world government will consist of the king dictator, head of the United Nations, the CFR, and a few billionaires, economists, and scientists who have proved their devotion to the great conspiracy. All others are to be integrated into a vast conglomeration of mongrelized humanity, actually slaves.
What you just heard was a very small piece of that recording. The full recording is well over 2 hours in length and is widely available online. Just Google Myron Fagan CFR or Myron Fagan Illuminati and you can find several versions of it. Please leave a comment below and tell us what you think about this. And also, don't forget to hit...
There's one part of that, you guys. Myron Fagan, CFR. Check it out. Look it up. Now, you look at that, you will see who's one of the pictures that you constantly see in there. Trump, the guy from in China, not the Kim Jong-un, but his uncle. That was his uncle that you see. All right, now let's see what else we got here. Told you, I'm kicking it into gear of things that I have and I'm sharing with you. I may not be able to get to it all today because I'm not going to keep you on for hours and hours and hours. But these are some of the things that I want to share with you.
There's something wrong with the...
Now, they're saying this is the revenge of the clones. Now, if you look at certain of these actresses and actors through the years, they look identical, but the names change. Let's see if I can get this one going for you. Now, let me see. Look at these 3 women. Don't they look all exactly alike? Look at the eyes. These women all look exactly alike. Look at the eyes, the nose, the lips, facial structure, eyebrows. Over a period of time, you can see the eyebrows change because eyebrows change. The makeup change. The types of makeup that they use change. But the eyes never change. The facial structure doesn't change. You can get plastic surgery to remove pockets of skin and fat tissue. I'm touching myself. But you can get collagen put in to plump up your lips. You can get fat put in to plump up your skin and all this kind of stuff. But you cannot change your eyes. You can't break your jaw and break your bones, your facial bones, to change your facial structure. That's all the same. These women, you look at the hairline, they all look the same. But they're saying cloning is going on. Let's check it out. Let's see, y'all. Let's see.
There's something wrong with the world. You can feel it when you watch television. There's just something not right with what's going on. Look at this footage here. This is a well-known broadcaster from ESPN.
Look at there.
And yet it looks like Westworld. What are we missing here, ladies and gentlemen? What don't we understand?
Look at there, y'all.
We're going to be asking the tough questions about who these people are on the television. These clones.
What the hell is wrong with her?
Robots that seem to glitch before our very eyes. What is going on with the world?
She looks like a bobblehead toy or
they now
something.
want to plug you into
What was
the
going on
Matrix.
with her head?
Did you see the all-seeing eye there? What is it with these people, ladies and gentlemen? Maybe part of the answer is happening with
That's that
Kardashians.
Kardashian girl.
Meet Chloe. Chloe the clone. Does she remind you of anyone? When I saw her, all of a sudden, I just started seeing Denise Richards.
Yep.
And
look,
Scarlett Johansson. Had to wonder about the video guy there. Do you see it, or is it just me?
she don't even look like Khloe Kardashian
And
anymore.
There's
Who
more.
in the hell is she?
There's much more. Who are these people? Who is...
I had to stop this for a minute. I seen this girl after whatever miraculous thing she did with herself, because the last I know, the Khloe Kardashian was the big face, big bone structure, just big. She was just big. I mean, she didn't look like she was... You can tell that Kim Kardashian and the other girl were sisters, same father. This girl is not a true Kardashian. She's a Kardashian in name, but she's not a blood Kardashian from that man. Just like the Kylie and Kendall, you can tell those are Bruce Jenner's children. They just have the dark hair and dark skin features because the mama has those darker hair and skin features, but they also go to the tanning salon. They want that melanin, but if that's the way you gotta get it, by going to the tanning salon, so be it. But contrary to rumor, it has been told that this Khloe Kardashian is O.J. Simpson's daughter. Ooh, did I say that? Sorry. That is speculation that has been told through the years. It ain't my child, so I can't say, oh yeah, that's his, OJ's her daddy. Oh no, that Kardashian man is her daddy. I don't know who her daddy is. All I know is I ain't that baby pappy. I can't be that baby pappy. I ain't even that baby mammy. But that was said years ago, back when OJ supposedly had killed Nicole Simpson. They were saying that Khloe Kardashian was his daughter. But I don't know. That's their business. I ain't making no money off of them. I ain't getting paid to tell the truth nor tell a lie. So all I know is that's what was said. So Khloe Kardashian don't come for me. I didn't say it. I was just repeating what has been said by somebody else. All right, here we go. Finish this up. But yeah, you look at this girl. She don't even look like herself. Who is she? Where did she come from? It ain't that much plastic surgery that is that damn good to make her look like this person. I ain't gonna say what I want to say, but she looked like this person to this new person. What the hell did they do? All right, let's go on, shall we?
Clone, really? And why use clones, ladies and gentlemen? Why not just use real people? So many questions, so few answers. But you know that you're thinking the same thing deep down inside you. You know there's something wrong with these politicians. You know there's something wrong with these reporters.
Look at there.
This little group of people that just seem to echo each other and ignore
Look at there, y'all.
the rest of America.
That ain't even
It's
a real
as if
person.
the system has been hijacked. It's as if humans are no longer in control. You know, these are actual different people. Heather Graham,
See, look at that.
Jayma Mayles, Michael J. Fox, Scott Wolf, also the other Bush brother, Lucy Hale, Selena Gomez.
Look at there.
Who are these people? Jennifer Carpenter, Hope Solo. You might think of the same people.
Lady, who are
Look
you?
at this one. Ian Somerhalder and Rob Lowe.
Who are y'all?
Rosalind Sanchez.
Where you come
Nicole
from?
Schertzinger. And look at these two. Are they clones?
Who is who?
Is one real and not the other? How about Jeffrey Dean Morgan and
Look at there.
Javier Bardem? Or Judy Greer and Anne Hesh? Ladies and gentlemen.
Look at there.
What about Renee Zellweger and Joey Lauren Adams?
Who are y'all?
There's more. Robbie Amell and Colin Egglesfield.
Just a different color eyes.
And there's more. What about Evan Rachel Wood and Alexandra Breckenridge?
Got the same red hair.
Are they clones? What are the chances all these people would look alike? Kate Blanchett, Anna Torv.
Look at there.
Does it feel like the show The Fringe out there? Oh, Homer Bailey and Christopher Bale.
Look at that. Who are y'all?
Are these clones? What about Helena Christensen and Cameron Diaz?
Look at that. Look at that. Same eyes, y'all.
Are they
Same
clones?
color.
Jessica Biel. Like the devil. Christy Turlington.
Look at that.
Dan Radcliffe, Elijah Wood.
Now
these
they
two.
look like twins. Different
It's
color
amazing.
eyes.
Who are these people on television? Look at this one. Joseph Levitt and Heath Ledger. Is there more? Oh yeah, there's plenty more.
Look at
Chris
that.
Humphreys, Taylor Lautner. Oh, this is the worst. Bob Saget and Stephen Colbert. Bradley Cooper, Paul McDonald. You notice that one? What about Megan Fox and Tamara Esselstone?
Look at that.
Huh?
Coincidence?
What about Linda and Mila?
Look at
these
that.
two? What about Paul Rudd and Ben Affleck? You might think these are the same people. No, let's not miss this one. Courtney Cox and Nelly Furtado. Look. Keisha.
Oh, now they was wrong for this
one. Is that not a
one.
keeper?
They was wrong for that one. They done turned him into a woman.
Again. Have you noticed that some of these, quote-unquote female celebrities aren't even
not
female
Disco
at all?
Fever. Don't tell me that, y'all. Not
You
Disco
don't even know
Fever.
who these people are. But you idolize them and worship them. Why is that? It's part of the plan.
I can't even look at Saturday
One
Night
thing
Fever the
is
same
for
no
sure
more.
Is that, these people on television are not your friends. And they're script readers. They're reading a script, part of the psyop, setting you up. But why? If they're the puppets, who's the puppet masters out there, ladies and gentlemen?
Look at that, y'all. Look at that.
Have you ever asked yourself the question, if there's clones, do they have a soul? Wouldn't they be the perfect shuttle, if you will,
Look at that, y'all.
for demons? If they didn't have a soul, they could be just fully under the control of the demons. What do the clones think? Now here's where it really gets troublesome. How do you know that you're not a clone? Oh, well, you'd laugh at that one. But how would you know? How do you really know how you got here?
Wow.
You think you know. But now imagine if you are a clone. How do you know that, where you came from? You don't know.
Wow. Something to
these
think
celebrity
about.
clones might ask themselves that question from time to time. They must remember a very troubling childhood. We have some videos. Let's see if we can find some. Be perfect timing. But the video guy. You guys know the video guy, don't you? It is not happening.
Wow. Wow.
When
She
the
just
video
bust
guy
her down.
is in charge, it's just hardly ever happening, ladies and gentlemen. But we had a perfect video about the childhood of these Hollywood clones. And we'll stumble upon it. We always do. But they have... it's getting closer. I'm feeling it. No, the video guy has done it again. Oh, we're just not going to wait. We're not going to wait for the video guy. But how do you know who... There it is. There it is, for fuck's sakes, 10 million years later. They don't really remember their childhood, except that it was very troubling. Look at this one. Wearing lipstick, getting molested by the obvious Luciferian.
Wow.
So there's so many angles to this story. But,
Look at
society is so advanced at this stage, we now have clones to deal with. And robots. And artificial intelligence. And let's not forget the Wuhan super virus, ladies and gentlemen. But while you're wearing your mask and sheltering in place, you forgot all about these pedos in Hollywood. You forgot all about this New World Order. You forgot all about 9/11 and everything that's happened in the last 20 years. You've gone back to sleep. I know you have, because most of you have a MAGA hat and you don't plan on voting for Biden. And why would you? Creepy Biden.
Ooh.
That was nice. But you have to ask yourself, how real are these people on television?
He get ready to smack him to sleep,
I remember
y'all.
in 2016,
Night.
we were celebrating. It was finally over. And we finally got an outsider in the White House, and it was going to change. They were going to drain the swamp, put Hillary in prison, investigate 9/11, make everything right again in our
country. Look at that, the Pikachu. Lord
Isn't
have
that
mercy.
what you were expecting? Come on. Be honest. Come on. You can do it. You can be honest with yourself just this once. In 2016, when Trump got elected, you were thinking to yourself, it's finally going to change.
It changed.
I know a lot of us were shedding tears. I know a lot of us were thankful, so thankful that Trump had won and it wasn't Hillary. Because now we can finally go after these cult members. I mean, you remember the 2016 campaign,
that's crazy.
Right? It was all about Pizzagate, Pedogate, all of these witches and Luciferians.
Look at that. See what that say?
All these child molesters and the like.
Demonic possessed clones have taken over the U.S.
Draining
government.
the swamp was just supposed to be some kind of...
Who is that, y'all? Ain't that y'all, girl?
It was supposed to be some kind of politically correct way of saying, we're going to take these people out. Oh yeah, we're just going to drain the swamp. And 4 years later, look at us now. I mean, I'm not sure how aware you are of the current situation, but they're not sending Hillary to prison. They're not sending anybody to prison. That's from that side. Now, you have to ask yourself the question, if you knew then what you know now, would you have voted any differently? Oh, fuck no, ladies and gentlemen. But maybe we would have acted a little differently. But imagine, you would say to yourself, well, I just wouldn't have voted. How many of you are thinking about that this time around? You're not going to vote. I'm not interested in creepy Biden or Donald Trump. What happens then? You don't vote, and all of the other shills vote, and somebody wins, right? And you're not voting didn't make a difference. And in fact, whatever you do right now, say you have three options.
Look at this little Asian girl here, you
Donald
guys.
Trump, you could vote for creepy Biden, or you could not vote. I mean, you could vote for somebody else, right? Like Ron Johnson. But
let me stop this for a second.
You have three choices.
That little Asian girl that you seen there with the bangs, she came up missing and found dead, bunched up like this, with her knees up and her arms like this, with duct tape on her, dead. She came from one of those countries that got hit with the hurricanes and brought over with, they were saying Hillary Clinton had her, or some kind of way Hillary Clinton was involved and had those children to come to the U.S. But that is one of the little girls that went missing. Put this back on. Still got a little ways to go on this.
No matter which one you choose, it's not going to make a difference, especially in this election, because it's all pretty much going to be mail-in voting, right? You know that second wave is going to show up just before the election. Or in any case, they're going to send out so many mail-in ballots that now it's just impossible to control.
Look how he just snatching on her. What the hell?
And so
you don't know me
it
like
doesn't
that,
really
man.
matter what you
me.
vote for in the next election. It's already been rigged. And, they're going to try and keep us distracted for the next, 6 months.
Yep.
6 months. Until they can just fulfill the next chapters in their script. All we have to do is either vote for candidate A, vote for candidate B, or basically not vote at all. As long as we do one of those things, nothing is going to change. Do you understand that? I hope you do. And essentially, that means that
See,
if
look how
we
she
want
touched. He don't want him touching her like
change,
that.
we're going to have to do what the original Americans did. They were smart enough to recognize a tyranny. And, they revolted over a tea tax. Okay? They were like, no taxation without representation, basically. I'm sure they had a few other arguments. But essentially, they didn't feel like they were represented in the government that was ruling over them. Do you
Lord
have
mercy,
right
y'all.
now?
This stuff is crazy. Let me see it. Oh my goodness, wait a minute. This is so much going on. And you see how he had his hand and he moved it down on the little girl, and she kind of like, wait a minute, move your hand from right there. What you doing? Don't be touching on me, dude. You don't know me like that. Don't be touching on me. But they're crazy. They're crazy. Okay, Lisa, when you come back, you can watch it again. Thanks for coming in. Y'all see Beyonce. They said the people that have sold their soul. And they have been saying it time and time and time again. Time and again. And again and again. Beyonce has sold her soul. They were saying that Beyonce and Tina and Matthew sold Beyonce to Jay-Z. Allegedly. This is what was being said. Because Jay-Z is a few years older than Beyonce. But if you look at Beyonce, how old is she really? Because all of a sudden now she's a lot older than what she say she was. Now, when it first came out, they were coming out, it was said that Beyonce was a certain age, which is she was younger than my son. My son will be 36. Yeah, my son is 36. But now Beyonce is older than 36. How old are you really, girl? How old are you for real? Who are you for real? Who y'all playing with? Everybody's age is jumping like crazy. One minute you one age, and then the next minute here you is. Hell, how old are you? And then they say Jay-Z is supposed to be younger than me, but you look at it, now they're saying Jay-Z is older than me. Jay-Z is over 55, like 56, something like that. But if he's 56 and she's supposed to be, well, if Jay-Z is supposed to be 51 or 52, supposedly, and Beyonce is supposed to be like 34, supposedly, they were going after R. Kelly because of the underage girls. But Beyonce and Jay-Z been together for a while. Wouldn't she have been underaged as well when he was looking at her? So, if they're looking at R. Kelly with the things that he's been doing with underage girls, what about Jerry Lee Lewis? Because Jerry Lee Lewis is a white man who married a white girl who was 12 or 13. Check it out. Jerry Lee Lewis. Who did he marry? What underage girl did he marry? Nada doesn't stop there. Go to Elvis Presley. Priscilla Presley was only like 14 or 15. And he got her. So, what are they doing about that? Okay, he's dead and gone. Okay. Why are you persecuting R. Kelly over something? Because he's black and these are black women. What about these white men who have done it and they were white women? Is it because they're white? They are squeaky clean. It's okay? Oh, back then it was okay. No. They were I'm going to call it like it is. They were touchers, touchy-feely, pedophiles, pieces of shit back then. Why was it okay? Is it because Elvis Presley was making the money that he was supposed to have been the king of rock and roll that he paid? Ooh, Jesus. Somebody, y'all ain't hearing me right now. He paid. I'm going to keep it, put it to you just like Plies say. He paid for that pussy. Whoa. Did I say that one? He paid for that piece of ass. Jerry Lee Lewis. He paid for that ass. R. Kelly. He just pissed on that ass. But he paid for that ass too. So what is the difference? Is it because of skin color? Or is it something else? Now, Keita, and I'm saying somebody else just made a point. Jerry Lee Lewis not only had sex with somebody underage, that girl was his cousin, blood, family member. And he had sex with her, married her, and had children. Incest. They speak, and they were supposed to be so into the Bible. I'm not going to say holier than thou, because if you was holier than thou, your holiness should have told you, do not touch your family member, do not touch a child. But it was done, and they felt it was okay. It's not okay. Where was them kids' parents that this was going on? Did Priscilla Presley's mother and father just not care? Oh, give me the money. Do what you want. Oh, I got another one over there. You want that one too? Oh, take her, but take this one too. Oh, you want her when she gets 14? Okay, give me about another year or two. She'll be good to go. Oh, you want this cousin? What about your other cousin? You got a couple more cousins? That ain't cousin. You got a couple more cousins? Your cousin. Come on, get your cousin. Come on, get your cousin. All y'all can have a good time together. Come on, get your cousin. All of y'all can have a good time together. But R. Kelly was getting women. They were underage, but they wasn't family. And the way he was getting these women is the mother and fathers were bringing these girls to him. He was paying the parents. But then when the money wasn't coming like they thought it was going to keep coming, then they got something to say. Now, while they're persecuting the black man, black men are so bad. Black men are so dirty. Black men are pedophiles. What about Bill Cosby? They said that he was giving these people the day drugs. Hell, the women was probably taking the drugs willingly because it was all in the drug scene. They was all doing it. They was all doing it. But then, oh, it's coming out because of the one lady said, oh, he raped me. Oh, he did this to me. I'm a victim. I want some money. So, when he wasn't giving her no money, she came forward with the allegations. And then here comes some other women. Oh, he gave you some drugs. Well, let me see. I was there with him. I drank something and I started feeling kind of woozy. You felt woozy because you was drinking. And damn it, you was probably high on something and the two didn't mix. And the Jello pudding pops wasn't good enough for you, so you wanted to get some money. So, it's going to be happening like this. Let's bring him down. Then it comes out here that he won his appeal. So he can get an appeal to get out. And the woman who originated this lawsuit, she lied. She came out and said she lied. So, with her testimony and saying that he did it, and then all of a sudden that he lied, whereas all the other women to come together and go over their testimonies again, put some fire to they behind, bet you it's going to come out, oh, we lied, we wanted money. Now here it is, this man is going blind. This man is almost, God forbid, he's almost dying. His wife done had to endure being without him all this time when she has been with him majority of her life. Come on now. This is crazy. Yeah, and he was trying to buy a TV station by Channel 12 and do something for the black people, because they have taken everything else. We could have had our own network, our own TV station. Mark my words, as sure as I tell you this today, if Tyler Perry would have been a solid straight man, no twinge, he'd have been dead. There's no way he would have Tyler Perry Studios. They would have found a way to take it from him. But as society sees it today, not everybody, but a lot of people, and they're pushing this in the new age agenda that it's okay to be gay. Let me make this clear. First and foremost, I don't have a problem with anybody being gay. Your sexual preference is your own. I'm not going to belittle you. I'm not going to down you. None of that. Because your lifestyle, your personal preference is your business. It's your own. But do not try to push it off on me, because I am strictly dickly. If that floats your boat, sail on. But I'm going smooth. I'm straight. I don't need it. I have a husband. Never do. A woman can't do nothing for me except pay me no attention or buy my products. And I'm going to keep it real. That's 1,000. I sometimes I get in a mood that I don't even like myself sometimes, okay? And I'm going to keep it 1,000 with you. I get on my own damn nerves. And I got a lot of nerve, but today I think I got on my own last nerve. Okay? So, I'm going to tell you for real. Yeah, Madea got him that dress, but also Tyler Perry has went through a lot of things in his life. Tyler Perry has been molested, and he has been homeless, and in being homeless, he was, I believe he did say that he was raped and been homeless. But still, that is not a big issue. Tyler Perry is also gay. And like I was saying, they push the agenda that it's okay to be gay. Not everyone wants to live that lifestyle. Not everyone wants that just smack dab in their face. Hold up. Back off me. Give me some room. Let me just deal with you. Just let me deal with what I'm dealing with right now, because I'm just finally seeing that this is what it is. Would you let me adjust to you with you being your greatness without you putting it right in my face? No, I don't need it in my face. That's what you do. You do it over there. Now go on over there with that and you be great, do you. But I'm going to be right here and be solid with what I am. You know, I have a foundation, a feminine foundation. I'm a woman, a true woman. I'm going to stand on my womanhood and do womanly things in my femininity. I have a husband, him do him man things and him greatness, be that strong warrior in his masculinity. I'm not going to knock him from doing his that. And if I see him doing a little bit of something that looks kind of not right to me, I'm going to pull him on it. Hey, what is you doing? I need you to be that warrior. I don't need you to be no cream. I don't need no cream puff. I'm the one that's supposed to be soft and you supposed to be the strength. I don't want to have to step into that role because I'm not a man. I can't be a man. I have these. I was born with a slit, not a stick. So I need him to be that man and step up and be firm in his manhood and be masculine with his strength. Because if you can't be strong, I don't need you. I can't do a man's job. But I do need a man to stand by me so that we can balance off of each other. And I did hear this today in a session that I was listening to. And it was a good one. Okay, it says it's got me filtering here. I don't know what's going on, but I gotta come out of my live stream, you guys, and come back in so I can be on the same page as you guys. But I know you guys are still here, so let me shut this all the way down. I don't know what's going on, but wow, I don't know. Okay, there it goes. Yeah, he has came out on an interview and said that he is gay. He has said it. All right, but to go back, yeah, the elder went in today. I was listening to Elder's his session today, and he had some good information. If you guys want to listen to what I listened to, what Damien listened to, and what Snipe Boog listened to, just shoot me an email at bdaniels153@gmail.com. My email is down in the description. I will send you the link to what we listen to on Saturdays. And am I not mistaken, he comes on, I believe it's also on Wednesdays. Is that right, Damien? He comes on Wednesdays as well. And he has a lot of stuff that is beneficial for everyone to listen to. And you can learn a lot. He goes in depth with a lot of things in his teachings. I mean, and a lot of things you may not feel like, I don't know if I want to hear this, but just keep listening, because some of it, if it may not hit you personally, you will probably have just went through something like that, or you know somebody else that's going through it, and you be like, oh, okay, I need to listen to this, because it's a lot of truth. And this is what it is, a truth movement. There's a lot of truth that you're going to hear, and it's going to open your eyes to a lot of things. Okay, I'm going to take you back to finish listening to what I just had you guys on. Let me see. Okay.
Automatically selected, and then you get a, quote unquote choice. But the original Americans were able to recognize when their government had gone tyrannical.
Look at that, and they have demons dancing on the stage with her.
And you look at, how smart they were. They were getting screwed over on just a little thing like tea tax. And, it was the end of the story. Look at everything that we're suffering through now.
Oh, come
Look
on.
at all of the injustices. Look at the eugenics programs, the endless wars, the obvious Luciferian, cult in charge trying to, murder children and the like. Look at all of the grievous abominations that are happening in our country right now. I mean, if the people at 1776 could see what we're seeing right now, do you think they would even
Look at that.
hesitate
He's in a
1
tub
second
of blood.
to boogaloo? Now you have to ask
Look
yourself
at that
the question, do
perverted,
you
sick,
think you're a real
twisted
American?
stuff.
Now you might, just obviously say yes because you were born in America.
He's in a tub of blood.
And I really don't think that should be the, end-all criteria. Because there's a lot of people that are born in America that are just totally excluded from the system. And that's the problem.
Oh my God.
In any case, there's a lot of people running around thinking that, they're Americans, but they have no idea what that means. It's just enough for them that, they were born here.
Really?
And they're just given all of the rights and protections thereof. But essentially they have no idea where they've landed. Or maybe they do. Ladies and gentlemen.
Even though that's a cake, that is
Americans
sick, twisted, and perverted.
What we're seeing today. And that's why you're starting to see the revolt. You're starting to see, the massive protests and the like. And it's basically a huge powder keg right now. And the system has been exposed once again with this pandemic. And, people are on the verge of revolution. And so just wait for this system to just basically, all of a sudden reverse course a little bit and go, oh, look, the pandemic is over. You can go back to your lives for now. We've been exposed. We'll be back. They always come back.
Wow.
And if you pay attention, to the frequency of Gladio B events, there were a whole lot in the Obama administration. Shootings all the time to take your guns. But when Trump came into office, there were very few. Most of them were international. Why? Because he was trying to build your trust. And he wanted you to think that, this Republican was different than, the other Republicans out there. But we should have paid more attention when, they were genociding the Kurds, because that's essentially what we're dealing with now. In any case, now it's us. But look, this system is out to get you. They've released their bioweapon. That's an act of war. That's a war crime. Not only an act of war, but it's a war crime. These people have been fully exposed.
Yep.
We've got the receipt for this murder weapon, for this weapon of genocide.
The
this
coronavirus
was manufactured at the Wuhan lab with funding from Dr. Fauci from the NIH. Ladies and gentlemen. So they've got their fingerprints all over this. They let this virus in. It's just another classic problem, reaction, solution so that they could vaccinate you and, bring out their cashless society and roll out their, eugenics programs and the like. But, they've totally been exposed. Once again, we see them for what they are. And you have to wonder, what are people waiting for? Real Americans would have revolted years ago. And today people just, are either brainwashed, totally enslaved, they feel helpless, they feel alone. And, we were talking about this yesterday, in terms of genocides and the like. when you think of all the victims of genocides in history, they were basically all rounded up one by one. They just stayed at home and the Gestapo came knocking and they were rounded up, under what seemed like legitimate circumstances. Laws were passed, these people became criminals or outlaws,
the biggest crook
or
right there.
enemies of the state, and they had to be rounded up and they had to be dealt with. But had all of those victims or future victims of those genocides just picked a date and showed up and resisted in force, they might have saved themselves, ladies and gentlemen. And essentially that's why you have the rights that you have in America. You have a right to free speech, to protest, and the right to bear arms, because you are the last check and balance to democracy. And when you don't do your part, that's when the tyranny comes to genocide you. And people just aren't doing their part. They're not doing their part as citizens. They're more worried about fighting each other and virtue signaling. I mean, Karen has become a new word out there. Have you seen it? Are you a Karen out there?
Karen and
Becky.
People are
so busy basically, denouncing each other that they're just, they're not in any position to fight back against this real tyranny. Now, we often ask the question, where does this tyranny come from? And if you've been paying attention to this world, evil is as evil does. This is a world of dualities, light and dark, day and night, good and evil. And on it goes. And you can just group all of the evil, negative things together into one camp, and all of the positive, beautiful things together in another camp. And if it's ugly or disturbing or dark or depressing or terrifying, that's the dark side. But if it's, joyful and honest and, sincere and just, that's the right side. You can tell them by their fruits. And you can tell that whatever's going on out there, it's the dark side. It's evil, across the board. And if you're a Christian out there looking at the world, you can see it for what it is. They're trying to roll out their mark of the beast system. They're promoting Sodom and Gomorrah. They're inverting the world and, just trying to destroy creation. And it's really a tragedy out there, ladies and gentlemen. So who are these people on the television? We're going to get into that. We're going to be going into the news, believe it or not. Are you ready for the Boogaloo? July 4th. They tried to suspend your 4th of July. They tried to suspend the U.S. Constitution, your rights. They've tried to take advantage of you, and they've tried to exterminate you. That's why you're bringing the guillotine to your state capital this July 4th for the Boogaloo. You can't let them pass any more laws out there because they're out to get you. And now we know more about this pandemic. Right away they were coming on, every governor was coming on. All right, y'all.
That's what it's all about. He just said it, that they're trying to pass more laws. With them knowing that people can't work because they're shutting down a lot of jobs, a lot of businesses are closing down. They're making a lot of different laws to fit what they want for people. They're giving out these stimulus checks, but they're writing out these bills. And in these bills, they're turning them into laws. And with the laws changing, they're changing things to a new world order. They are slowly but surely trying to get things back into slavery. Pay attention. They give you money when they want you to have money, and only a certain amount of money. There's not enough money to really live off of, but They're giving you your food stamps. You're buying your food. They're cutting down on a lot of the food supplies. Remember that they did a lot of the shutdowns on the companies with the beef and the pork. And then they did a lot of shutdowns with chicken. They're stopping the sale of seeds to grow your own fruit and vegetables because they want you to have what they want you to have. But I'm going to tell you this right now. If you have tomatoes, you have cucumbers, onions, bell pepper, corn, wheat, all of that. You can regenerate your own seeds off of what you already have and grow your own in your own little yard in flower pots. I have mine in the flower pot. Oh, I got a piece of hair. I don't know if I won't even trust putting anything in the soil because for some odd reason something is telling me that they're spraying chemicals out here and it's going on to crops and they're tainting seeds. Now, if any of you that have gotten random seeds in the mail, you don't know where they come from, they're also sending things on the internet telling you do not plant those seeds, and if they grow, do not eat anything because you do not know what it is. Nobody knows what these plant seeds are. Nobody knows where it's coming from, but they're saying they're coming from China. Why is China sending plant seeds over to people here in the U.S. and nobody knows you over there? Nobody's asked you for anything, so why are you sending stuff? I'm not going to plant nothing. I don't know where it comes from. I don't know who sent it. Oh, that's just a regular piece of junk mail to me. I'm throwing it in the trash. I don't know what this mess is you done sent me, and I'm not going to try to grow it, and I'm not going to try to eat it. That's what y'all used to over there in y'all country. Y'all like the cats and the city birds, and go catch y'all somebody's dog running down the street. Next thing you know, you got a meal on the table. Not me. I'm not eating nobody raccoon, no squirrel. I'm not eating skunk. I don't even want a goat. And I know they eat goat meat. I don't want it. If it ain't the fish, I can catch my own fish. I can buy my own chicken and grow it. And I know how to slaughter a chicken. I know how to do a pig. I know how to do a cow. If it ain't something that I know what it is and I can't do myself, I know how to go trap for shrimp and lobsters, and I got traps. I lived in Florida. I bought traps in Florida. I know how to go trap. I have a net. I know how to get a net that's 8 feet, 12 feet round square, where you bunch it up in your hand and you got to take it and you spin around with it and you fling it and you toss it and let it go, but you got to hold on to that rope because that one rope is what you're going to need to snatch it and pull it and reel it in so it can scrape the bottom of that floor of the water to pull in what you caught. Yeah. My grandfather was Native American. And he taught my mother a lot of things. And I learned a lot of things from my mother. And not only that, God rest my grandfather's soul and my mother's soul. I don't know how I know it. But when I inherited my grandfather's spirit, because the day I was born, my grandfather died. So I inherited an old Indian tale. I inherited my grandfather's spirit. So for some odd reason, I know how to do a lot of things that he do. Maybe that's why I'm so creative at a lot of things I made. Now I'm going to show y'all something. This is weird because I've never done this before. But I'm going to show you this. I'm not through making it yet. This is a tree I made out of beads. You can see it. I haven't put the lights on it yet, but it will light up. I'm not done with it. This is just the base of it. And then Let me see if I can show you the inside of it. I still have not added all the stuff to it. But this is all made out of bead and wire. And it's a tree that will light up. I have another one that is in white. This one is mine because my favorite color is red. But something told me to do that. It's wobbling. And to make it and twisted the wires around in beadwork. I don't know how in the heck I knew anything about doing anything with beads, but that's what I turned out with, and I made another one. Somebody liked it and bought it, and it lit up. I've never done anything like that ever in my life, but it turned out okay. All right, I'm ready to go because we're almost done with this one. I'm gonna go back and finish it out for you.
A nightmare. There needs to be a reboot, a restart. These people need to be arrested. People are debating whether Joe Biden is a rapist or a racist. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you heard the speech of how he owns all black people. And, you know, that certainly set the internet on fire. We're not getting involved there. You know what I mean? But, you know, everybody knows the history of the Democratic Party. And I know why a lot of people, you know, get tempted by the Democrats. You know, they pretend like they're a party of the people, like they actually care about you. But, you know, you look at their districts and it's worse than anywhere else. And nobody wants to be in Nancy Pelosi's district or, you know, in Adam Schiff's district, Peto would. Now look at this guy. He goes just total apeshit on the cops. He just body slams one like the Ultimate Warrior and just kicks the shit out of the other. And it's, you know, and that's in China, man. They're hardcore over there. That was some Chinese. Yes, this is nice. And, you know, at first, you know, I didn't think nothing of it, but I mean, I think he had his hand, I mean, like right there. I mean, he must have thought that girl was, you know, 8 years old or something. People go to the beach to complain about people at the beach. You know what I mean? You got all these virtue signalers out there, you know, trying to get some fresh air. And if they see you, you know, they're pointing their finger at you and accusing you. And you know what the name of the devil is, or means? It's the accuser. That's one of the names, they say. So, you know, a true act of the devil. Oh, you're getting fresh air, you're getting sunshine. Now, here's another little interesting political cartoon. Boy, oh boy, I'm thinking about buying something. And here you got, you know, Google and Facebook listening in, spying on you 24/7.
They sure do.
And, you know, you've probably all had this experience where you're talking about something, and the next time you go online, you start seeing ads for it.
Yes, most definitely
Bill Gates refuses to say why he flew with Jeffrey Epstein. There's also reports that, you know, one of Bill Gates' tech guys got arrested at Bill Gates' home with a bunch of child porn. So you have to wonder what the network dude at the Gates compound was doing. And what else we got in the news? Trump appoints big pharma exec connected to Bill Gates to head vaccine developments. Boom, bitches. But stay in denial. See if that helps you out. When they send the military door to door to vaccinate you, which, you know, Trump has said repeatedly. And don't get us wrong. I mean, we're conservatives. You know, we like Trump, you know, for what he says, but not what he does. It's kind of like the Pharisees, you know. Do as they say, but not as they do, kind of thing. Check the alarm here compared to the hush-hush of the mainstream media. The rollout of 5G is a massive health experiment. This is reported by the Daily Mail. So, and, you know, we played the video yesterday of the Senate hearing where they actually admit that they've done no safety tests on 5G. Zero. All they say is that the power that's coming out of these Death Towers supposedly is under 10,000 milliwatts per meter squared, which is huge. You know, it's like basically 10,000 milliwatts is like 10 watts of power per square meter. And that might not seem like a lot, but I mean, that's like electricity through the air. And it's basically slow electrocuting you. These are like pulse beams coming at you. 5G radiation is so dangerous that, it's killing the birds, the bees, and the trees. And, it's some serious stuff.
Look at there, y'all.
And that's why they wanted to cut down the trees so you wouldn't see the damage, essentially. Please wait here until you realize your government is brainwashing you. I think a lot of people will be there forever, ladies and gentlemen. All roads lead to Dark Winter, the last American vagabond. This is an article worth reading. Dark Winter is the basically Operation Anthrax during 9/11. And it happened just before the anthrax attacks, and it was like the same thing. And here they've got all sorts of really interesting links to mainstream media articles about reporters getting advanced warning, being told to get on the Cipro, and we're seeing a lot of familiar faces in the anthrax attacks, as well as this attack, which was preceded by Event 201. So there's a lot of similarities. Dark Winter, Event 201, anthrax, coronavirus. A worthwhile read. Check that out on our website, stfnreport.com, or on our Twitter feed, Stranger Than Fiction News. You can't vaccinate against radiation poisoning, bitches. You understand that? So, these death towers are coming to a neighborhood near you, but, you can go 0G at any time if you want to. Ben Swan destroys fact checkers who didn't check the facts. We've seen this many different times. Whatever happened to Ben Swan? Remember that story? Killer Cuomo, ladies and gentlemen, that was the big story of the day. And again, it's because of people like this that we have a U.S. Constitution. Look, you are the last check and balance to this tyranny, and you have to act accordingly. Boogaloo, July 4th, 2020. Bring the guillotine, bring your guns, and, come out in numbers. And if the whole city becomes the militia, they're not going to be able to stop you. But, if you just, don't do any prep work, don't get people involved, like a huge rave party or something like that, or a huge house party, and nobody shows up and it's completely bust, that's on you. So everybody's got to organize in their state and, start with your town and, make it happen. So this should be more or less your full-time job, talking about the Boogaloo, talking about the war crimes, talking about how they let this virus in, talking about the Fauci-Gates connection, talking about how these people have been genociding you for years, and now they've really gone overboard because they're desperate.
Wow.
So, people really need to act accordingly here, ladies and gentlemen. These people are out to get you. And if you don't take them out, they're going to take you out. So it's either you want to survive or you don't want to survive. I saw somebody in the comments earlier saying that nobody wants a Boogaloo. Nobody wants a genocide either. Nobody asked for this virus. Nobody asked for these death towers. Nobody asked for 9/11. We were just fine in the 90s, And now we're dealing with this. So, and it's only going to get worse, ladies and gentlemen. And so, people need to take their destiny into their own hands. It's always going to be like David versus Goliath. Don't worry about the numbers.
Oh, come on.
The numbers will take care of themselves. Just get people there.
All right, you guys. I just had something to...
The numbers will take care of themselves. Just get people there.
All right, you guys. I just had something. Wait a minute.
The numbers will take care of themselves. Just get people there.
Wait a minute, because it just went off. Okay, here it goes.
On with the world. You can feel it when you watch television. There's just something not right with what's going on. Look at this foot.
Wait a minute. I think it just started over. It did. This is crazy. 1 second, y'all. I'm going to get us back to where we were.
There's something wrong. You are the resistance. You are the resistance.
Oh, that was it.
When they send the military door to door to vaccinate you, which bring the guillotine, bring your guns, and, you know, come out in numbers. And if the whole city becomes the militia, they're not going to be able to stop you. But, you know, if you just, you know, don't do any prep work, don't get people involved, like a huge rave party or something like that, or a huge house party, and nobody shows up and it's completely bust, that's on you. So everybody's got to organize in their state and, you know, start with your town and, you know, make it happen. So this should be your, more or less your full-time job, talking about the Boogaloo, talking about the war crimes, talking about how they let this virus in, talking about the Fauci-Gates connection, talking about how these people have been genociding you for years, and now they've really gone overboard because they're desperate. So, you know, people really need to act accordingly here, ladies and gentlemen. These people are out to get you. And if you don't take them out, they're going to take you out. So it's either you want to survive or you don't want to survive. I saw somebody in the comments earlier saying that nobody wants a Boogaloo. Nobody wants a genocide either. Nobody asked for this virus. Nobody asked for these death towers. Nobody asked for 9/11. We were just fine in the 90s, you know. And now we're dealing with this. So, and it's only going to get worse, ladies and gentlemen. And so, you know, people need to take their destiny into their own hands. It's always going to be like David versus Goliath. Don't worry about the numbers. The numbers will take care of themselves. Just get people there and watch the miracle happen.
Yep.
We'll leave it there for this broadcast. Till the next time, ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening to this, you are the resistance.
All right. There we go. Let me see. Get back to where I was. All right, you guys. That's how that goes. Like I said, I have so many different things to show you, and so much stuff has gone on since last time I was on, but that's one. Well, that's a couple of things. Let me see what else I got. Okay, no, that was a prank. I got jokes, pranks, all kind of stuff. Let me see. No, that's not it. Let's see. Oh, Bill Gates is saying that there is admits to multiple doses of vaccines will be required, but it's super painful side effects. So I'm not going to go into that one today. I'm going to leave some of this for another day. Okay, I showed y'all that one. Let's see. All right, I'm going to show you the recipe for the garlic shrimp. I don't want to keep you guys on here too long. So I'm going to show you the recipe for the garlic shrimp. Let's see. I'm going to take me off. I'm going to give you guys some music with this while I show you. And then you guys can always come back in and write this down at another time. So I'm giving you some. Okay, this is the recipe, you guys, I'm giving you. Oh, let me pull it down. This is for the shrimp shish kebabs. That's how it looks. I don't know what's going on with the music. It's not coming on. But, so I'll just get rid of that one and I will put this one on. Oh, it was on. Okay, well, I'll put it back. Alright, this is some BBD, you guys. I'll put it back on. Don't think I'm crazy. Alright, you guys. Sorry about that. I'm going back to the BBD. I hope you guys try this recipe at least. Yeah. At the top it just says spice to a mix all spices in a small mixing bowl and whisk together. So you want to put all your spices in one bowl and mix them together. Hey, friend Silk. Okay, you guys, this is the last of it, of the calories. It tells you what the calories are, the carbohydrates, the fat, the cholesterol, the potassium, sugar, all of that. I know everyone don't eat shrimp, but this is also very good on your fish, and also you can put it on your vegetables. So if you didn't get it all at one time, please feel free to go back through the video and get the ingredients of what you need to make it. It's very easy. Okay. All right, you guys, I'm gonna end my show for tonight. I'm just gonna play some music for you guys, and I love you guys. Thank you guys for being so patient with me, for being out. I had a rough time dealing with, my sister with this. My sister is still going through it with her losing her daughter. This is the second child that she has lost, that she's had to bury, and now she's having to deal with her granddaughter. I'm going to show you a video that she had took of being at the hospital with her grandbaby. Let me see. Let me find that one. I know I got it in here. Okay. All right, I'm ready to show you so you'll see. Nope, I don't want that. Come over there. This is her.
This is Lanisha Liddell Esther. This is Grandma's baby.
Now you see how tiny she is compared to her hand.
Grandma's passing that love to you. Keep fighting. Just keep fighting. That's a little young. Little bitty foot. Look at that.
See, look how little her legs are.
Bitty leg.
Her legs and her arms is about the size of her thumb. Now that gives you some kind of idea of how tiny she is. And my sister just cries when she goes there. She just cries, and it's so hard to sit and see that, but what can you do? She got to keep going on. She got to be strong for the baby. So that's her. That's little Miss Nene. Thank you, Silk. All right, you guys. So I will have some more information and stuff for you tomorrow, and hopefully I will have the numbers up for us tomorrow. I've been getting stuff, pings back and forth here lately. Let me see what's going on. They might be telling us something about what could possibly be going on with getting stimulus checks or anything. So let me see if we got anything that's telling me. Nope. I don't have anything that's telling me anything about the stimulus check. This is crazy. We were supposed to have known something by yesterday of the dates, times, amounts, what was going to go into effect. Now we have until next week, Friday, to know what's going to happen for us. Are we going to get any kind of help? Are we people going to be getting evicted? If people going to lose their houses? Are we going to get money? How much money? Are the kids going back to school? We'll find. We're supposed to know that yesterday, but they have 1 week, and that's the 7th. If we don't know anything by the 7th, they'll be gone until September, Labor Day. And here we are, people will be stuck with nothing for a whole month. We'll have nothing. Well, maybe a little over a month. So, cross our fingers. Pray to the Most High that they come up to some kind of resolution for us where people won't lose their homes. People won't be evicted. The utilities, I don't think the utilities would get shut off right now, but all your other bills need to be paid, or somebody's car is getting repoed. Somebody's furniture that they got from the renter center is getting repoed. Somebody's not going to have a good night's sleep. Somebody's not going to have a full belly. So we'll be praying on it for whatever changes to come and whatever to happen. You know, hopefully that they will come in, step in, and do what they need to do. So, if anybody wants to call in, my lines are open. 302-223-4109. If you want to call in, talk about it. Anything you want to talk about, any questions you have, give me a call. I'm here. And my phone is pinging like crazy. I don't know what's going on, but I'm not going to worry about it. So, no one wants to call in. I'm going to play the music and end out the night. Thank you guys for coming, spending time with me, listening. I enjoyed you. I love you. I love you guys so much. And thank you for all the prayers, for everyone who's called, everyone who's texted, everyone who's just checked up on me. I thank you so much. I do have a message here. Let me see. I'm going to read it to you. It's from one of our own. Let's see. I gotta come completely out of here. I just got this message today, and I was told to share it with everyone. Let's see, where'd it go? Okay, let's see. It's one of these. Okay, all right, it's saying, hey everyone, this is a not so good update from Bella. That's from Bella's World. And she wants to have me let you all know, because she isn't She doesn't feel much like texting or talking to anyone really right now. It says, please continue to keep her mother and her in your prayers. And we know God can perform miracles. Love you all. And it says, hey, so the doctor called, and you can share this because I probably won't be texting much today. Her mother is in critical condition. She lost a lot of blood. They did do a transfusion. The next 24 hours is touch and go, and need to call her family. And it says she has to let Michelle know, please and thank you everyone for the prayers, and let them know that she wants me to let you know that she loves you and that she is humble. So we are keeping her and her mother in our prayers. And her mother was in the hospital and had surgery on July 19th, and wanted you to pray for her mother. And please keep Bella in your prayers for words of encouragement. We want to lift her up as well. We want to keep her with positivity and know that our prayers and our love is with her and her mother as well through what her mother is going through. It's a hard thing to watch your parent suffer through anything, and her mother is older, so her mother's in her 70s, I believe. So Bella, we love you. If you're watching this or if you come on later, we love you so much. And sister, I'm praying for you. I'm praying for your mother. The Most High can do anything. He can work miracles. He can work it out in your favor. And I feel him, the Spirit, moving through your mother. Moving through you. I can feel the love. I'm getting goosebumps as I'm talking right now. But I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. I praise you, Father. I praise you, Father. And I claim it. I claim it over you. I claim it over you. And I speak it to existence. I speak it into existence. I'm sorry, you guys, I get misty-eyed because I love Bella to death. You guys, I grew a kinship with you like a family, so I care about each and every one of you. Even if we have never spoke, we have never touched, and some of you I've never even heard your voice, but I feel your spirit and my heart goes out to you. Even though I go through my own trials and tribulations, I have a triumph because I have someone greater who I know that I call on. I stand on what he tells me. I am his child. He is my father. And I bring everything to him and lay it at his feet. And I let it go because I know he'll work it out in my favor. So all praises to the Most High. I give him all the glory and the praise. So I love you guys. I thank you. And I will see you tomorrow. I will probably do 2 shows tomorrow, one early and one later. I just have something in my heart that I feel there's something that I need to say, but I can't say it until tomorrow. Because somebody is going through something right now and it's troubling them a lot. I can feel it, a great sorrow. But for whoever it is, just know, I'm not going to say no names. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. But for somebody the person that's going through it, I'm not going to throw you out there. I know who you are. You have my number here. Call me at any time. I answer my phone 24/7. I will know that ring when you call. So, with that being said, you guys Have a blessed night. Be a blessing and be blessed. Love you, and I will talk to you tomorrow.
Tell me who's gonna look at you and love you for the person you are. Tell me who's gonna understand that sometimes you can take things too far. Tell me who's gonna be there when times are good and when they are bad. Tell me who's gonna love you, girl, the way I love you. Tell me who's gonna be right there to wipe your tears whenever you cry. Tell me who's gonna talk it out and make sure everything is alright. Tell me who's gonna call you on the telephone when you're all alone. Tell me who's gonna love you, girl. Ain't nobody gonna do the things I do. No. Ain't nobody gonna kiss the way I kiss. Ain't nobody gonna spend the way I spend. Oh, ain't nobody gonna love you like I did. Ain't nobody gonna be there for you. Ain't nobody gonna open up doors for you. Ain't nobody gonna do what I went through. Ain't nobody gonna love you like I did. Anytime you needed a friend, girl, I was right there for you. Anytime you needed a lover, you could call on me for that too. There is nothing that I wouldn't do for you. Tell me who's gonna love you, girl, the way I love you. Everything you've always wanted, girl, you know I gave it to you. Never had to worry, cause you knew I would take care of you. And you may find another man, but can't nobody love you the way that I love you. No, no, ain't nobody kiss the way I kiss. Ain't nobody gonna spend the way I spend. Oh, yeah, gonna love you. Ain't nobody gonna be for you. Ain't nobody gonna open up don't forget it. It's just a silly phase I'm going through. And just because I call you up, don't get me wrong, don't think you got it made. I'm not in love, no, no. I'd like to see you, but then again, that doesn't mean you mean that much to me. So if I call you, don't make a fuss. Don't tell your friends about the two of us. I'm not in love, no, no. Keep your picture upon the wall. It hides a nasty stain that's lying there. So don't you ask me to give it back. I know you know it doesn't mean that much to me. I'm not in love, no, no. Ooh, you wait a long time for me. Ooh, you wait a long time. Ooh, you wait a long time for me. Ooh, you wait a long time. I'm not in love, so don't forget it. It's just
No, I'm not a writer.
Okay.
If I find my way home, yeah. Wouldn't it be crazy? But you still amaze me. Wouldn't it be crazy? But you still amaze me. Wouldn't it be crazy? But you still amaze me. Wouldn't it be crazy? But you still amaze me. If I find my way home, yeah. If I find my way home, yeah. Wouldn't it be crazy? But you still amaze me. Wouldn't it be crazy? But you still amaze me. Wouldn't it be crazy? But you still amaze me. Wouldn't it be crazy? But you still amaze me. If I find my way home, yeah.
This is the movement for those who